Star Wars only. I don't know what the fuck your problem is.
The year is 2019, so that means Star Wars Episode 9 is going to come out later this year. It's going to come out on December 20th, 2019, and J.J. Abrams is coming back to write and direct it, but we also don't have a name for the movie yet. If you look at what happened with the past two episodic films, The Force Awakens, the title was revealed more than a year before the movie even came out. And then they had a teaser trailer like a year and a month, because it came out in November, I believe. It came out in November of 2014, and the film wasn't released until December of 2015. So we had a lot to go on way before the film even came out. The Last Jedi did a little different. You know, they did a title reveal in January 23rd of 2017, so the same year The Last Jedi was released. And then they also revealed the trailer later. I can't remember which month that was. And then they revealed a lot more, because they had a teaser, but I think they revealed a lot more at the Star Wars Celebration. So you can expect the same kind of marketing strategy with Episode 9, and that means a title reveal probably later this month, probably in the last week of January, if not a little sooner, because remember, the entire goal for the year of Lucasfilm is to build up Episode 9. So what you can expect from this year is a title reveal for Episode 9, and what the Hollywood Reporter is saying, the front runner for that name is going to be the Knights of Ren. And I don't think it's a bad name. I think it's a better title than the one that was rumored last month, the Sons of Darkness, or Son of Darkness, or whatever. That just sounded really bad to end the trilogy on. So Knights of Ren, that's not a bad name. It's something that a lot of fans have wanted to hear about since Episode 7, because The Force Awakens really built up. They didn't really build him up, but they mentioned him. And Kylo Ren was the master of the Knights of Ren. You know, there was some marketing into that, and questions fans had about the Knights of Ren that we didn't get answered in Episode 8, The Last Jedi, and that's because Rian Johnson said he didn't really have any room for them in his story. And, you know, think what you will about The Last Jedi, we still all want to see what happens with the Knights of Ren. We want to know about them, and in Episode 9 we might get that, if that's the title. They start to put out title ideas for Episode 9 that are plausible, and the reason they're plausible is because The Rising Tyranny is a name that they put out, The Rising Tyranny, and that's from The Last Jedi's opening crawl, if they're going to try to copy something like that in Episode 9, or a Spark of Hope, that's another title, Episode 9, A Spark of Hope, that's also from The Last Jedi opening crawl, and then you have The Ashes of the Empire, that's from the crawl, The Force Awakens, so that's not bad. So those are the title names that they're putting out there. The Knights of Ren, that's in one title, the second one is The Ashes of the Empire. I'm not a big fan of that one personally. The third one is The Rising Tyranny. I'm not a big fan of that one. And the last one, Episode 9, A Spark of Hope. And that's not a bad one. I think that would be a decent one to end the franchise on. It's not the most unique name, though. And so the Knights of Ren seems like a one that they would go for. Or Ashes of the Empire, that's another one they probably would go for. So here's how I predict the rest of the year going. At least the first half of the year. Here's how I predict it. Later this month, you're going to get a title reveal for Episode 9. And then, not in February or March, maybe late February or mid-March, you might get a teaser for Episode 9. And then in April, whenever they have Star Wars Celebration, they're going to reveal a lot of information about Episode 9. Not only Episode 9, though, but they're also going to reveal a lot of information about the Clone Wars returning, the date of the Clone Wars returning. They're probably going to do a lot of information on the Mandalorian show, when that's going to debut on Disney streaming service. We may eventually hear when the Disney streaming service is going to come out, but we still just need a release date for the Mandalorian and the Clone Wars show. We also should get a lot of information about Jedi Fallen Order, because that's rumored to come out holiday of 2019. And like I said earlier, we're going to get a lot of information about Episode 9. So we're going to get a lot of stuff coming up. The first 6 months of the year is going to be spent on mainly marketing everything, and then the last 6 months are probably going to be executing everything. You have to get the shows out, we have to watch the shows, the game's going to have to come out eventually, might come out in November like they did with the past two Battlefront installments, and then December, the grand finale of everything for Star Wars fans, which would be Episode 9 and making or breaking the franchise. It has to do well. If it doesn't, then we may not see any more films. So this is going to be a very critical year for Star Wars, and I think these first 6 months are going to be something we really got to kind of get prepared for. So like I said, prediction of the year going right now is later this month, Episode 9 title reveal, and then a trailer or teaser trailer in February or March, and then definitely a lot of information in April when Star Wars Celebration happens. So going to be a very eventful year. You know, despite how you think Star Wars is going to go, if you think any of this news is good or bad, there will be a lot of topics and conversations to have, and a lot of information that is going to be thrown our way this year. So look forward to all that, guys. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see y'all next time, and may the Force be with you always.